Allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine.
Ask your dermatologist about Tremfya.
This is KCAL News Mornings.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, August 2nd. Welcome to KCAL News at 6 on CBS, also streaming on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Rachel Kim.
And I'm Christine Lazar, and we want to start off with a check of your next weather with meteorologist Alex Biston joining us live from the Next Weather Sphere. Good morning, Alex.
Alex, see you soon. Thank you. A new ruling about immigration raids here in Southern California.
Yeah, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has upheld a temporary restraining order, and KCAL reporter Elise Martinez is live with us to break down what this order means for any future raids. Good morning, Elise.
Good morning to you both. We are at the Roybal Detention Center, and this building was a focal point of those of the protests over the immigration raids, and it's a very different scene than what we've been used to seeing. There were National Guard stationed outside for several weeks. They have been relieved of their duties, so very calm out here. Now, this ruling that came down last night is a major victory for the city of LA and a big blow to the Trump administration and its immigration enforcement efforts. A 3-judge panel for the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals upheld a lower court decision that stops immigration-related arrests without probable cause. The temporary restraining order prohibits DHS and other federal immigration agents from detaining people based solely on race, language, location, or type of work, including the type of raids that we saw at agricultural fields. Now, Mayor Karen Bass held a press conference last night praising the court's decision.
In the last few weeks, since the temporary restraining order was in place, there has been peace in the city. There has not been masked men riding recklessly up and down the street, snatching people. That has stopped. And this decision tonight upholds that.
In their ruling on Friday night, the appellate judges wrote that the plaintiffs would likely be able to prove their case. Now, this ruling applies to the Central District of California. That includes 7 counties: LA, Orange, San Bernardino, Riverside, Ventura, Santa Barbara, and San Luis Obispo. And Mayor Bass says she expects the Trump administration to take the fight all the way to the Supreme Court. A hearing is set for late September back at federal court here in LA, where a judge will look at a preliminary injunction to extend that order. Live in downtown LA, Elise Martinez, KCAL News.
Elise, thank you. And a Long Beach neighborhood stunned when federal agents hauled away their neighbor for allegedly sending money to ISIS.
Yeah, he's also accused of keeping what looks like a homemade bomb in his house. KCAL News reporter Zach Boetto talked to residents in that area.
Federal agents storming this West Long Beach home early Friday morning and arresting 28-year-old Mark Lorenzo Villanueva for allegedly sending money to ISIS and being in possession of what looks like a homemade explosive device.
First thing I heard was loud pops until I heard the sirens. This is the FBI. Come out with your hands up.
Neighbors who live off the normally quiet Caspian Avenue shocked to wake up and find law enforcement on their street.
It was a little scary because I have an 8-year-old son.
According to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California, Villanueva, who is a permanent resident from the Philippines, used social media to communicate with two people who identified themselves as ISIS fighters. Officials say Villanueva had a desire to support ISIS and sent 12 payments totaling just over $1,600 to the self-identified ISIS fighters to support their terrorist activities.
Come out with your hands up. This is the FBI.
Then, during the arrest Friday morning, the FBI recovered what appeared to be a homemade bomb from his bedroom. One man who lives next door to Villanueva says the 28-year-old lived with his grandparents and he rarely saw him outside of the house.
You know people, but you don't know what they're doing inside their houses. Like I tell you, I didn't never seen nothing strange.
Federal officials say in his communications with the self-identified ISIS fighters, Villanueva also told them he wanted to fight for ISIS himself, stating in part, "It's an honor to fight and die for our faith. It's the best way to go to heaven. Someday soon, I'll be joining." In a statement, acting U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley saying, quote, "Supporting a terrorist group, whether at home or abroad, is a serious risk to our national security. We will aggressively hunt down and prosecute anyone who provides support or comfort to our enemies," end quote. Families who live on Villanueva Street still in shock, but grateful he's locked up and no longer close enough to harm their loved ones.
It's scary for sure. I think it should be scary for not just me because I live here, but for everyone.
Villanueva made his first court appearance where he did not enter a plea. The judge ordered him to stay in jail on no bond. His arraignment is set for August 15th. In Long Beach, Zach Boetto, KCAL News.
Zach, thank you. The search for two men who mysteriously disappeared from the Inland Empire has new life this morning, and at least one case is being investigated as a possible homicide. Both are tied to a religious group called His Spirit-Led Assemblies. Emilio Ganaz left the group and was last seen at a coffee shop in Redlands back in 2023. He had worked at a pest control business operated by the church called Full Shield. He moved to Nashville with his family, returned here to start a branch of his own pest control business. He rented a truck in Las Vegas and drove to an Airbnb in Moreno Valley. The truck and his belongings were later found, but he was never heard from again.
And detectives in Claremont are renewing the search for 49-year-old Ruben Moreno, who disappeared back in 2019 and belonged to the same religious group. Claremont police would not say if his disappearance is being considered a crime.
Some West LA residents took matters into their own hands to make their neighborhoods safer. Well, now the city is following their lead.
KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock shows us the changes after a rogue crosswalk appeared.
Well, the city finally made things official with the crosswalks around Stoner Park in West LA. If you didn't know, the relationship has been complicated. SkyCal captured city workers painting white stripes on the road. This after they removed yellow stripes on the road last week. Once they discovered that was an unofficial crosswalk community organizers installed.
I think they did it as a direct result of the media pressure and as a result of the organizing from my neighbors.
Jonathan Hale spearheaded the effort to make the streets around the park safer with help from Crosswalk Collective, which takes crosswalk painting into their own hands across LA.
I didn't want to wait until somebody was seriously injured or killed. There's a daycare right on this block. There's multiple schools within a half mile, always people with dogs. And there's a lot of close calls. I've had several myself.
In a written statement about the official crosswalks, Mayor Bass and Councilwoman Tracy Park said in part, it should be safe for people to walk, roll, bike, and drive in their neighborhoods. Before school started last summer, Mayor Bass announced hundreds of street safety improvements near schools across the city.
Because people took it into their own hands.
Many neighbors think it wouldn't have been done and so quickly otherwise. Advocates say it's a notoriously difficult and time-consuming process for concerned citizens to get pedestrian safety projects pushed through the proper channels in California.
You know, some of my neighbors took initiative and painted this. At the end of the day, we're getting better, safer sidewalks. I think that's great. Why did the city take them out? I don't know. Cities don't like when you don't follow the process is my my sense.
I don't know. People were saying like, oh, but the city is liable. It's like liable for what? Someone not getting hit by a car? Like, I don't understand.
Neighbors say whatever inspired the city's speedy response is much appreciated.
I think they're great. The yellow ones were prettier, but these are fine.
Hale says while he didn't communicate with the city the last time, he looks forward to collaborating with them in the future.
More kids die from cars than anything else in LA, and we need to be serious about making improvements to our infrastructure to save lives.
And Mayor Bass says other sidewalk improvements are also coming in the next several weeks. Reporting in West LA, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
Santa Monica wants to start its own film office for movie and TV show permits. The Santa Monica Pier has been used in countless movies and TV shows. And according to The Hollywood Reporter, the city is set to launch Film Santa Monica in early September. That report states that Film LA, which oversees film permitting in Greater LA, will cease issuing new permits to the city of Santa Monica at the end of this month. Officials said in a statement, Film Santa Monica will serve as the central hub for marketing and permitting commercial filming in the city.
All right, 6:09 on your Saturday morning. Coming up, the new school year will be here before you know it, but federal funding cuts could cause a crisis